Call of Duty Zombies. One of the most popular modes in Call of Duty history. At least that's what I think anyway. First introduced in Call of Duty World at War, released in 2008 upon completing the campaign Once completing the campaign, you'll be given a small little cutscene of what appears to be a soldier in ruins of an unknown place, presumably a dead forest or battlefield, with a plane crash and a bunch of undead soldiers roaming around the area. Finally, leaving one of the zombies to just charge at you as you open your eyes. And the text pops up showing end zombies. I don't know if I could say that, but I don't care. Then you spawn in one of the similar places you find in campaign, now known as Nacht der Untoten. The description reads, "You drove them deep in the heart of a wrench. You thought they were dead. You were wrong." This, upon many other stuff, is what makes zombies great and one of my favorite modes in my childhood. I know, a kid playing a mature game. How original. Zombies has been around since 2008, and it's been in almost every year of Call of Duty, from Call of Duty World at War in 2008, Call of Duty Black Ops in 2010, Black Ops 2 in 2012, Black Ops 3 in 2015, Black Ops 4 in 2018, and Cold War in 2020. And Infinite Warfare, and a few other companies that decided to hop along on the zombie train, along with Call of Duty Mobile. The game originally was basically a small little project, since Treyarch had a bit of money left over, so they decided to make a small little zombie mode. But that little small budget and that small little fun zombie mode became a fully fledged 10-year story of Primus and Ether, or Primus and Optimus characters. But I'll get into the story later. So what is zombies and how do you play it? The objective is pretty simple. Survive upon endless waves. Each round it goes higher and higher will be harder and harder. You first spawn in a room with a typical pistol, such as 1911 or an MR6 or an RK5 along with the MR6 if you complete the Black Ops 3 Easter eggs, all of them. You have a small little room, approximately 4 to 5 windows, mostly floor. One for each player if you're playing co-op. If you're playing solo, you'll be able to get quick revive right off the bat, consisting of self-reviving yourself when you go down. But in co-op, you can't get quick revive. Instead, your goal is to get the power on so you can get perks, wonder weapons, and pack a punch. But that sounds simple enough, right? It does sound simple, but it's actually tricky. Because every few rounds, there's these things called mini-bosses, I like to call them. Such as hellhounds, which are dogs but demons, aka Fluffy's puppies, which I'll explain in the second part, which is lore. Or, every so often, Bruticus will spawn, which is only in Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead. And Blackout. There's also a main Easter egg quest that some maps have, which consists of a series of steps and puzzles that you have to solve in order to complete the Easter egg. Upon completing the Easter egg, you'll be rewarded with a cutscene and some and some rewards like a calling card or an emblem showing that you completed the Easter egg and show off to your friends. In every map, there's always a wonder weapon. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. The most iconic one, which is the ray gun, the very first wonder weapon, and probably the most popular and the most OP in Cold War and World at War. In Black Ops and Shinunua, a new wonder weapon is introduced, the Wonder Waffle DG2, which is essentially a shockwave where if you fire at a zombie, a bunch of hordes surrounding it will die. Another wonder weapon was shown in Black Ops 1, which is a thunder gun, which is basically a very powerful wind gun. In Shangri-La, a new gun is shown, which I don't know the official name, but I call it the baby gun. It basically shrinks them down, and you're able to just run into the crowd of hordes of zombies. But what makes Treyarch zombies unique from all the others, like Infinity Wars and stuff? Well, besides being the first, they had an interesting story that kept going and going, and it's still going to this day. Just about our iconic characters such as Primus or Optimus or Victus. The Primus crew contains of 4 characters: Primus Tank Dempsey, Primus Nikolai, Primus Richthofen, and Primus Tycho. And Optimus is essentially their older selves, Primus Optimus Tank Dempsey, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go too deep into the lore, but let's just say they're fighting because they're trapped in a cycle. Also in zombie modes, their zombie eyes tend to change. Orange being, if zombies had orange eyes, it would normally mean Samantha is controlling them. If it's blue, Richthofen is controlling them. But as of right now, in Cold War, we don't know who's controlling what. So, there's also wall weapons, which are essentially weapons but on a wall. Some of them are strong, some of them are weak. Typically, no one uses typically not many people get wall weapons, instead they gamble on the box to their life contents. But I tend to be on the safe route. I tend to either use wall weapons or just buy the box a few times and stop. I'm not power hungry for wonder weapons entirely. I'm okay with weapons that I have, unless they're crap. So, in the next video, I'm going to catch you guys up on the Ether lore. And trust me, I'm not going to go into full detail, but I'm just going to say the basics, like what is what. Goodbye.